with us. What we posted every Friday. See them corn emojis, then you know a nigga wildin'. Jaded Gemini
was the center of a lot of internet conspiracies. His name is Kendrick Johnson.
Oh.
And he is the middle of a whole bunch of conspiracies. He's like one of the people like him, Kanika Jenkins, like he's on that type of internet conspiracy level.
Like something ain't right.
Yeah, like something wasn't right. He got lured out. Y'all can go and look up the whole story. I looked on YouTube to see if any of like the true crime channels talked about it. The only person that did was Kendall Ray, so shout out to her. I was very shocked that more people didn't talk about it because it's been circulated on Black Twitter for like years. But that's crazy. But there's been an update. The case has been reopened in 2020, but now there is a confession. And from what I've heard, allegedly, from what I heard, is that a lot of people suspected a very affluent person, a very affluent student in that area accidentally did something and it was covered up.
That's exactly what I heard, too.
Yeah.
I heard they went to extreme lengths to cover it up, but it was a botched job. It was very sloppy. And just like the Ahmaud Arbery thing, where it had transpired months before, in this case, it's years.
Right.
And they're just now shedding light on it. Like,
I
told you the GBI, bro. You piss off. You need to be more afraid of the GBI than the FBI. Because GBI.
Especially these, like, documentaries and, like, social media will
watching.
open up cases.
They be watching.
And the crazy thing is, this isn't, like, an old case. Like, this happened when we were in high school. Well, I think you were graduated. Yeah, but I was in high school.
I believe I was. For about a year.
So, shout out to First Coast News for the footage. Whoever that dislike is a bitch. Let's get into it. Sorry for my cursing.
Like, why is there always that one thing?
Racism.
And then they admit it.
I was just saying it.
Real quick they admit they read the comments. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna leave it at that. These news stations read the comments on their website.
Yeah, they do because they make videos about it. Yeah, and they leave them.
Okay.
Just to let you guys know, the death was ruled accidental because they said that like the guy accidentally got caught and rolled himself up in the gym mats.
Right. He tied himself up accidentally. And
you used those mats before, right?
Twice.
Those mats are heavy as hell.
Yeah, but
you can't roll yourself in that. Did he really get shot in the head?
No, but I'm just saying.
Oh,
that's
okay.
The equivalent.
Don't confuse me like that. I was about to say, what? How did they not see that? There was another autopsy done though.
Well, private.
Yeah. Like recently, like 2 months ago.
I mean, technically, there was two private
Someone's
ones
going to
done
jail.
Because when you have a failed police system and a failed like whole corruption thing going on, the first one's private too.
Mm-hmm. This is crazy.
Some other breaking news on this Friday. New evidence in the 2013 death of a Valdosta teenager.
2013.
Investigators are telling First Coast News they have new audio recordings in the Kendrick Johnson case, which was just reopened 1 week ago. On your side's Troy Kless. He joins us live. And Troy, you spoke with the family spokesperson about this.
Yeah, that's right, Katie. He says the tape contains a confession to the killing of Kendrick Johnson. Investigators say the teenager's death was accidental, but family has long believed that he was murdered.
New hope after a difficult 8 years for Kendrick Johnson's family, says Marcus Coleman.
I know that we're in a better place than we were June 2013 when the case was closed.
The circumstances of the case, a teenager found dead, rolled up in a gym mat, have always been
Don't look him up.
I did that trying to get a picture for this little podcast, and it disturbed me very much. That's why when you said that they said it was an accident, I was like, damn. But two things. I'm very happy that nobody has went to trial for this and been not convicted, because that would be double jeopardy. And now there can actually be something that transpires. Right. 2, GBI already been at. And for 3, I got to add a 3. Bro, I've been to Valdosta heavy, Tifton heavy too. The same corruption. It's just like St. Mary. Any highway city down here, major highway city, they usually got a few colleges and corruption.
Pretty much.
Yes, but no charges were ever filed. Coleman says the audio recording was obtained from a tipster who charged them for it. He says the recording contains a confession. A partial audio transcript provided to First Coast News quotes an unnamed person saying, "They are going to catch me, and Kendrick didn't deserve that."
And we've been asked to authenticate what is contained in it and the source of it, so we're presently working on that.
Lowndes County Sheriff Ashley Paul confirmed he received the recording Wednesday.
Yeah, that's Lowndes. Bro, somebody's been getting extorted, and the money ran out.
Pieced together recording. You know, we handed over what we believe is a Caucasian male stating his involvement in very fearful and tearful. So we need to know that.
And we will continue to keep you updated with the latest on this recording. Just another chapter in this controversial case.
Is it? But it's on audio. So how could they prove it, though?
It doesn't matter, babe, because as of right now, it's an accidental. It's ruled as an accidental death.
So you're saying now they
So the fact that somebody has admitted on audio that they did it, now the whole was it a white male, whatever, that could be subject to whatever. Because you're right, it's an audio.
It's an audio right now.
But bruh, somebody did something to him, and we knew it from the beginning. There is no, if you remember the photos from before, you saw him, bro. He was wrapped up in that. Somebody put him in there.
Yeah,
there's no way he could have like rolled himself in. Like someone stuffed him in there. Like it was already rolled up and they stuffed him in there. Like
it's very
there's
eerie.
No way. Like
I said, I just stumbled on it. What, like an hour and a half ago?
Right, Jasmine. That was his dad that we just saw. I can't imagine what they went through.
But I get what you're saying. Now that there's an audio recording, now they're looking.
Yeah, they're looking
But how many other crimes is Georgia hiding?
Right.
How many?
Because you're right. The GBI just got active. Like when?
So that makes sense. It looks like
he had a third autopsy. They had to do 3 autopsies. Oh my God.
A gym mat of all things. Why are you in a rolled up gym mat?
How do you accidentally frequent the gym too? You frequent the gym. Come on now.
Oh my God.
Bro.
Well, that was back in 2013.
I'm so happy I didn't know
is revealing new details in this case. Heather's back with those new developments.
Yeah, big twist in this case. Local and state investigators, ruled Kendrick Johnson's death an accident. His parents, though, have always insisted that he was murdered. So here's a timeline of events. It was back on January 11th, 2013, when Johnson's body was found rolled up in a gym mat at a high school in Valdosta. 3 days later, investigators for the first time called his death an accident. In September 2013, though, an independent autopsy found that Johnson died from non-accidental blunt force trauma. In June 2016,
of all things, that's pretty hard to not notice when somebody
beat in the head. That's what I'm saying. You know that body, and that's another reason, Jasmine, why I feel bad for their parents, because their parents had to actually see the body, and then you see in the news, oh, it was an accident.
He tied himself up theoretically and hit himself in the back of the head or with something.
Right? Come on now.
Until he died. How do you beat yourself to death?
Come on now.
Federal criminal charges. Well, tonight, a third autopsy now reveals
that
Kendrick Johnson died from non-accidental injuries. It finds his cause of death as blunt force trauma to his right neck and upper chest. Now, that is a complete reversal from the initial autopsy that determined his death to be accidental asphyxia. So Johnson's family still believes their son was murdered. That foul play is suspected. They also accuse law enforcement and school officials of a cover-up.
Thank you.
Those officials deny. It is not known how these new autopsy results will have an impact, if
they're screwed
on this case. Anthony?
Nah, they're the GBI. People are about to hit up the GBI that care about this and be like, yo, y'all better check this out. Because they know, I think the GBI knows that civil unrest is not a good thing, bro. Because they didn't want that Minnesota stuff happening in Georgia, bro. They were like, nah, bro, we about to lock them up.
And then I agree with Jules. How the hell you deem something an accident after 3 days?
Because
3 days.
On a local level, when you and your constituents are that corrupt, you can hide things before they get to the federal level. So there doesn't have to be a cover-up actively. But when, I don't know why it took so long with this one, but better late than never. Now they gotta be locked up.
I'm glad that people didn't forget about him. because even though it wasn't on YouTube, does not mean that there were not documentaries and like people on Facebook, like people really were.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like I remember this.
I remember this because this was like this huge crazy thing when I was in high school. Because it's like, bruh, how did he kill himself, or how did he accidentally get caught under gym mats?
I was a little.
They don't really use,
2013.
But they didn't even use gym mats in it for real. Like, we know because that was our age bracket how heavy they are. Yeah. Like that's not something you just.
Bro, that doesn't make sense. He was stuffed in a pipe.
Exactly. Yeah, it was like there's like a pipe on the inside of like how it molds it. Yeah,
it looked like he was stuffed in a pipe.
Oh, and by the way, this is why we don't do true crime breakdowns, because just the fact, like, I can't be seeing stuff like that, bro. Like that.
I've seen some things. I can recognize when things are not natural. I mean, at the bare minimum, can we at least acknowledge that? Because people love to have their conspiracies, but something is there's no conspiracy with any of the things that people like to label as such. You just have certain people that exaggerate the hell out of things. Mm-hmm. And then you have certain things that people are just completely oblivious to, because sometimes obvious is oblivious. This dude was stuffed in a pipe.
Right.
Wrapped in a makeshift mummification gym mat.
Yeah, dude, something was going on.
And they said that he was beat.
Man, I'm praying for their family, dude. I'm glad that they're in better spirits. I'm glad that things are going in their direction. I'm glad that the case has been open. I'm glad that finally an autopsy report said specifically this was not an accident. Now, that news reporter was like, well, I don't know what that could do. Look, it may not do nothing locally, but they'll be back.
Yeah, so I have love for you, and I'm disappointed. You did all of that. You are not the woman that I thought you were, and I wish you nothing but the best. You carry on, girl.
Oh, my God.
Carry on.
The drama.
Carry on.
The freaking drama.
I'm not going to go there.
Who cares? Raise your hand if you care. Raise your hand if you care. Put your hand down, Jan. You don't care. No, deadass. All I've been seeing online is like, oh my God.